This changes everything for the Milwaukee Bucks. After months of rumors, pressure, and behind-the-scenes negotiations, Giannis Antetokounmpo's future is now hanging on two blockbuster offers. And one decision could shake the entire NBA landscape.
Everybody's been projecting tomorrow as the find out time for the Giannis beat. That is obviously when the NBA draft is, so the future will have to be decided before tomorrow. What are you hearing, and what is the likelihood of a deal happening before tomorrow?
Yeah, Pat, Bucks executives are literally right now in their offices figuring out which direction they're going to go, because there are two offers right now that it's come down to at a serious and significant level. That's the Celtics offer led by Jaylen Brown, who's a superstar. There's other additional pieces of that deal, or an offer from the Miami Heat that consists of several players that you have control over on rookie scale contracts, guys that you can extend at a reasonable number, and a surplus of draft capital. And so they're two totally different offers. The Bucks are trying to navigate internally. Which direction do we go? Everything that I hear, all of my sense in my reporting is that there will be a decision before the NBA draft. There's going to be a resolution before the draft. So I think over the next 24 hours. So yeah, as soon as today, there's going to be a resolution. This has been something that's been going on for 13 months, but at a serious level since February, when the Bucks took a bunch of calls, got a bunch of offers that really laid the groundwork for what we're seeing right now. They've done the work. They did the work in February. Then they opened it up at the May draft combine, listened to a bunch of teams. And there were a ton of teams that made offers that had robust interest in Giannis, but at a high level. It comes down to, for Giannis, a guy that's got 1 year left guaranteed on his contract. You have a lot of control on your future. You get to determine a lot of it, because any team in this second apron, we hear that word, the word second apron in this collective bargaining agreement, they need to know that Giannis will sign long term. And right now, the Heat and the Celtics are the only two teams involved that have gotten the commitment from Giannis that he is willing to sign long term. That's allowed Milwaukee to really leverage both of these teams against each other. And now they have a decision to make. And both deals are totally different, but we'll know here in the next 24 hours, is my sense on where this is going.
A couple of things to get out of the way. Number one, I would love to see him in Miami, but only if he was playing with Bam Adebayo at least, and possibly Tyler Hero, which is highly unlikely, because if you make a deal for Giannis, you're going to have to give up one, if not both of those brothers to get Giannis. And I'm not sure that obviously works. So I get that part, but I would love to see him with Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero with Eric Spoelstra coaching him, because I think that they would be very formidable, because Eric Spoelstra is a Hall of Fame coach. Let's get that out the way. We all know that, from a roster perspective, the Boston Celtics are the better fit in terms of immediate championship contention, et cetera, et cetera. Let's call it what it is, guys. When we talk about this deal, Wendy, Jay, involving the Boston Celtics, you're talking about Jaylen Brown. We gonna peel off. We gonna peel it off, and we gonna get right to it. This is what Jaylen Brown wanted. You got it. Jaylen Brown, from a talent perspective, Jaylen Brown has proven he's a number one. This brother was something special last year. He was an MVP candidate. We ain't taking nothing away from him. This brother was sensational last year when Jason Tatum was out. But we're going to go back to it, Jay, because I know you know the brother, and I know you know a lot about what's going on in the league, and of course you do too, Wendy. This is a man that is an NBA champion, that is an NBA Finals MVP, that is playing for the most storied franchise in basketball annals, accustomed to winning championships. He's played in 6 conference finals, and he got bounced out in the first round after losing a 3-1 lead to the Philadelphia 76ers with a hobbled Joel Embiid, and called it his favorite season. That's a big reason why this move potentially is being done. It's not the only reason. I won't insult basketball minds and acting like the Boston Celtics jacking up 53 three-pointers a game or whatever is going to cut it. They got to change their style of play, Jay. You're absolutely right. Style of play does matter. Realizing that style of play isn't necessarily going to work, particularly against the Knicks with the Detroit Pistons coming with the belief that the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to be better. That's not going to cut it. We got that from a basketball perspective. But that is not the only reason that the Boston Celtics are considering making this move. They're considering making this move because they know that their number 2 or 1A, as we say, wants to be number 1. That's basically what he did. Jaylen Brown doesn't want to fess up to the fact that he told on himself. When you say getting bounced out in the first round of the playoffs and less than 24 hours after your season is over, when the city of Boston, of all places, not Memphis, not Utah, not Sacramento or something like that, Boston, when they are mourning your team going home in the first round and you haven't even had an opportunity to pass gas, and you're saying that was your favorite season, oh, that still sticks at the craw of Boston Celtics fans. They don't like something like that. Boston Celtics know it, but most importantly, Jason Tatum knows it. Now, Jason Tatum, from everything that I've been told, is not one to make a lot of noise. But Jay, Wendy, you know this. His family is. His team is. He ain't gonna make the noise, but they make a whole lot of noise about stuff that they don't like if they don't like it. And make no mistake, the Boston Celtics belong to Jason Tatum. It's his team. This man is coming off of an Achilles tear, and they still ain't thinking about it. We ain't hearing his name in no trade offers. We ain't hearing about him. You know why? Because it's not just about his play on the court. It's about how he represents the fabric of the franchise. Jaylen Brown is a good dude. He is not a bad person. He's smart as hell. He's a good dude. High character, the whole bit. But he believes he should be a number 1. And when he said that was my favorite season and most of it was played without Jason Tatum, that's what he was saying. Because he was that dude. And the team relied on him, no matter what he says. That's how it comes across. And if you're the Boston Celtics, after him saying all of that, you can't come back to next season with him. Like you said, Jay, you brought up early on Get Up.
Yep.
Yo, if he out there talking, if these are part of all of these trade rumors, how's to say he's going to feel salty about it? Well, clearly they don't care about how he feels about it because they're letting it be known he's on the market. Why? It certainly isn't his talent. We know the brother's an all-world player, and he's under 30. Why would you think about making that move? Because of the reasons I said. That's the hell why.
Everything is about to change. Not next week, not next month. Right now. After 13 months of rumors, speculation, private conversations, and relentless pressure behind closed doors, the future of Giannis Antetokounmpo has reportedly come down to just 2 blockbuster offers. 2 franchises, 2 completely different directions, and 1 decision that could send shockwaves through. The answer could arrive before the NBA draft. The countdown has officially begun. But what makes this situation so explosive isn't just that Giannis could leave Milwaukee. It's who is waiting for him. According to league insiders, the Bucks have narrowed their focus to 2 serious offers. One comes from Boston. The other comes from Miami. And they couldn't be more different. The Celtics package is reportedly centered around superstar Jaylen Brown, an NBA champion, an NBA Finals MVP, a player still under 30 years old and widely considered one of the league's elite talents. Meanwhile, Miami is offering something entirely different. Young players on rookie-scale contracts, long-term flexibility, cost-controlled talent, and perhaps most importantly, a massive surplus of draft capital. One offer is about immediate star power. The other is about building the future. And now, Milwaukee must decide which path gives them the best chance to survive life after Giannis. But here's where the story takes an even more dramatic turn. Because this isn't just about Milwaukee anymore. It's also about Giannis himself. Here's the detail that changes everything. Giannis has only 1 guaranteed year remaining on his contract. And in today's NBA, that's a terrifying reality for any team considering a blockbuster trade. No organization wants to sacrifice its future for a superstar who could leave shortly afterward. That's why reports indicate only 2 teams have received the commitment they needed: Boston and Miami. Those are reportedly the only franchises Giannis is willing to sign with long-term. Think about that for a moment. Dozens of teams reportedly showed interest. Numerous offers were submitted, yet only 2 teams remain standing. Because Giannis ultimately controls the board, and Milwaukee has spent months leveraging those 2 franchises against each other to maximize the return. Now the pressure is reaching a boiling point, and if Giannis ends up choosing Miami, the conversation becomes fascinating. Let's be honest. Many NBA fans would love to see Giannis in South Beach. Imagine Giannis sharing the floor with Bam Adebayo. Imagine Eric Spoelstra drawing up the game plan. A Hall of Fame coach. One of basketball's most respected cultures. One of the most disciplined organizations in professional sports. On paper, it's terrifying. The problem? Acquiring Giannis won't be cheap. Miami would almost certainly have to sacrifice significant pieces of its current core. Potentially multiple young assets. Potentially players fans have grown attached to. Biggest moments imaginable. But questions continue to follow Boston. Questions about identity. Questions about hierarchy. Questions about whether Brown ultimately sees himself as a number 1 option. And those questions have only grown louder following comments and reactions that sparked debate among Celtics fans. Some believe the partnership with Jason Tatum remains untouchable. Others believe Giannis is simply too great to pass up. That's the battle dividing basketball fans right now. And if Boston pulls the trigger, the entire balance of power in the Eastern Conference could shift overnight, which brings us to the biggest question of all. The next 24 hours may define the future of multiple franchises. Milwaukee, Boston, Miami, and perhaps the entire NBA. The groundwork was reportedly laid months ago. The calls were made. The offers were submitted. The negotiations intensified. Now, the waiting is almost over. A 13-month saga is approaching its conclusion. And somewhere behind closed doors, executives are making a decision that could reshape the league for years to come. Will Giannis stay connected to championship expectations in Boston? Will he create a new super team vision in Miami? Or will there be one final twist nobody sees coming? One thing is certain, the NBA world is holding its breath. And when the answer arrives, everything changes.